Hello everyone and welcome back to episode number 6. This video is going to be a little bit different than our previous video since we are not going to hack into any other computer within our network, but instead we are going to talk about having the right kind of necessary tools within our backpack while performing penetration testing on a remote network. Now, as a beginner penetration tester, you must have a vision about certain things while you're working within a field. Now, imagine yourself sitting at your desk working within a controlled environment with your super fast computer, with your favorite operating system, with a bunch of your favorite tools available at your fingertips. But as soon as you transfer yourself into a realm of hacked computers, you lose those privileges just about instantly. So what to do in that kind of scenario? If you have given a network that you cannot perform any kind of reconnaissance or enumeration externally, but somehow you have gained control of one computer over that network through social engineering, and you just found out that system is working on Linux and you do not have your favorite tools installed in it. So whenever I find myself in that kind of scenario in real life examples, I tend to look towards my other skills rather than seeing a wall in front of me. So I would look at it as an opportunity to build my own tool. As we're sitting in 2021, I guess 95% of those computers must have Python installed in it. With that assumption, I'm going to move forward and build myself a very simple scanner that can scan for me. Now I'm going to say Python 3 scanner simple.py, and I'm going to give the IP address, and it's going to return port number that's open for me. While I move forward with a bit of advancement and try myself to build a scanner that's a little bit faster. So I'm going to say Python 3 and scanner fast, and I'm going to give IP address once again, and it's going to perform that operation a little bit faster. And then I'm going to move further to build myself a scanner that's not only fast, but it's much more detailed. And I'm going to say Python 3. And with the help of this scanner, I can scan multiple targets. Let's say I want to scan google.com as well as my local IP. And it's going to return the results for me for both of those targets. So first of all, I know that I'm going to use that script for once and then I'm going to discard it because I don't want to be too much loud on that network. I do not want to generate a lot of traffic on that network since I have taken control through social engineering. So what I'm going to do, my favorite kind of strategy is to always go to the temp directory because we can always perform any kind of operation that do not require root privileges. And those scanners that we are going to build right now with our own hands will not even ask us for the root privileges. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply start a nano, and I'm going to say it fast scanner.py. So first thing I'm going to do is import socket. Now before I continue, I want to really show that whether I can save this file or not. Yes, as I've told you, if I would be working in any other directory, I wouldn't be able to do that. Since I'm working within a temporary directory, I can do that. So I'm going to import socket, and I'm going to declare a variable called s, and socket, and I'm going to call socket.af. It's just a fancy name for your IPv4, and I'm gonna call the port right here, and the fancy name for your port is sock stream, right? So with my IPv4 and my port sorted, I made a mistake over here. I'm gonna declare the target is gonna be the target that I'm going to input, right? So I'm gonna say myself, or you could just give the IP address in the double quotes, which is fine. So I'm gonna say enter IP address, and I'm going to define a function called PortScanner, which is gonna take the argument called port, and we will continue with try and accept loop over here. So I'm gonna declare the connection here to s.connect and enclose them within a tuple with my target and port, while it returns the values true. Otherwise, I'm gonna say return false. Then we are going to declare the ports. So let's say for X in range, you can use all of those ports, but I'm gonna use like first 1000 ports, and I'm gonna say if port scanner, let's say if the port scanner hits any number that's true, it's gonna print, let's use f string over here. It's gonna say port X, whichever the number is open, it's gonna say is open. And that's it. Let's see if our program works or not. It says enter IP address. Okay, I have given one extra N over there. That's a typo. Let's try again. And it says port 22 is open. And I will see you in the next video with a little bit more advanced port scanner.